Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. Hi, I'm Crystal. Today's video we are going to be doing a first impression / review on a new product for me, and it's been out there but it's new to me. I just picked it up. This is the Black Radiance Color Perfect Liquid Makeup Foundation. This is what it looks like. I'm super excited to try it out. Why is it not focusing? This is what it looks like. Super cute. I love how like small it is and it's perfect for like traveling. But before we get into the video, if you haven't already, please make sure that you subscribe to my channel. Also hit that notification button down below so you don't miss out on any of my videos that I post in the future. And also like this video if you enjoy first impressions videos or if you try this foundation. So let's just get right into the video. So this is what the foundation looks like. It comes in this like glass container with like a kind of like a semi-matte, like a semi-matte top. Thing that I can say off the bat I don't like is the actual like name on here. It's like a little plastic and it's like coming off. If you can see, it's like peeling off. So I'm looking on the website. I have my computer right in front of me. So I picked this foundation up in Target the other day. I was actually looking for my Black Radiance banana powder. You guys know I love that setting powder, hands down. And I'm almost out of mine and I was so mad they didn't have it. Come on, Target, unite. It needs to be there. Anyway, it's not that serious. There's other problems in the world right now. But yeah, so I picked up this foundation and I picked it up in the color Butter Scotch. It was the lightest foundation, so that's a plus. The foundation colors range from like tan to dark skin, which I would consider myself tan. Didn't know. I am half black, half Puerto Rican, so I got that tan skin. So I'm looking on their website. This foundation retails for $5.49. I believe I paid the same price in the store, probably like a couple cents more, whatever. So it's really affordable. On their website they describe this foundation. It says the Color Perfect liquid makeup is special formulated for the women of color. This oil-free full coverage formula enhances natural skin tone, never red, never ashy or shiny. This foundation glides on smoothly and evenly, leaving the skin looking fresh for a natural finish. So off the bat, okay, I love that it is oil-free, so it's not gonna be super greasy. So I thought it was gonna be matte, but then it said natural finish, which I love a natural finish. I do like matte finishes as well. I don't really like a dewy foundation because I like to use like a hydrating concealer. I hydrate my face, so if it's too greasy looking, it's like a turn off. So I really like that. And then underneath the benefit side, to learn a little bit more about the actual foundation formula, it is creamy with a long-lasting, flawless finish. So it's supposed to be super long wear, which I'm all about. Works well with normal to combination skin types. So if you have normal skin to combination skin, this is gonna be great for you. It doesn't say dry, so I have dry skin, so I'm wondering how that's gonna work out. And looking on the website, I do have the lightest shade, Butterscotch. So you guys know how I like to do my first impressions for foundations. I like to do one side of my face with a sponge and then one side with a brush. I'm going to prep my skin, do everything like I normally do because I want to give this foundation a fair chance. So I'm gonna shake this up, and I haven't even, you guys, look at the applicator. So this is what the applicator looks like. It has like a little spatula, which reminds me of one of my favorite foundations, the Wet n Wild one. So have high hopes. So let's just go ahead and prime my face. So I like to use my e.l.f. Daily Moisturizer. I like to use this as a primer. I really don't like using primers, you guys. You know that. I just use more of like a hydrating, you know, like a serum or my moisturizer. I like that. So, and I have like this big ass pimple that is ready to be popped. It's that time of month. It's so crazy. Like, I only break out when it's that time of month. And this time around, since I got my IUD out, I've been breaking out like crazy. Like, oh my god, I like pimple here, pimple here, pimple here, pimple. Like, it's a lot. I haven't broke out this much since I was pregnant, and I'm not pregnant. Like, I'm not. So I'm going to spray my face with the e.l.f. Glow Dewy Mist. I like this because it's gonna give me like a nice glow underneath the foundation. And we're gonna let it just sink right in. The only thing that I'm going to do different is I'm not going to color correct any of like these pimples or dark spots. because I want to see how great of a coverage this foundation is. So I'm going to bring you guys a little bit closer, okay? So you're a little bit closer. So you see I have like this little red spot. It's like honestly freaking killing me. And then sorry about the lighting if it ends up changing. It is an ugly day out. So I am using the light from my room and like another little light right here. And then this is all natural lighting. So if it does changes, I'm sorry. So what I'm going to do, I shake this very well. I'm gonna do one side. So we're gonna do 1, 2, just like how I would normally do my foundation. The color looks pretty good. I'm gonna first go in with my damp beauty sponge, and this one is from e.l.f. We're gonna try this out. This is like a perfect, whoa. This is a perfect match, wow. Yo. I never, ever had a foundation that matched me so perfectly. I hope it doesn't oxidize. If it oxidizes, I'm gonna be highly upset. Oh my god, but it blended out so nice. Wow. Oh my gosh. So I'm gonna do that right here. Wow. I didn't even have to blend. You guys, are you seeing what I'm seeing? So this is my face just, you know, prepped. And then this side is with the foundation. So I'm bringing this close. Now that I have the mirror closer to me, I am getting like more of a like medium cover, a light to medium coverage. I feel like this might be buildable. So we're gonna do this side first with the brush and see if the brush gives more coverage. But right now, like I can still see like my freckle right here. It covered up this just like a little, like the redness part, but actually covering up no. But this is really cute. So let's go with the other side. You guys know I love this. I need to get a new one because now it's starting to shed a lot. But I'm gonna be using my AOA Studio high definition brush in F4. I love this. This was $1. I think I have this for 2-3 years now. I'm not really sure. But let's see how this is. I need a mirror because I can't see nothing. Nothing. So I like to push the product in when I'm using a brush first. And then I kind of like blend it, buff it out. And then this side is with the brush. Okay, so my thoughts on the brush side, it gave a little bit more coverage. It's still pretty medium. The only thing I don't like is that it shows like the brush mark. So this might be a great foundation to use like your brush, your blush. Oh my god. So this foundation might be better to use a brush to first apply it and then go in with your damp beauty sponge to kind of get rid of the brush marks, strokes, you know. So you can see like right off the bat, you can see how this side is definitely more coverage than this side, which I kind of like both sides, but if I would choose, I would choose the one with the brush. And then I went over where my pimple was with the brush and it kind of helped a little bit more. So now that we did the first layer, we're gonna go in with our second layer to see how great this foundation builds up and if it is a full coverage. So I'm gonna go back into this side of my face. This is just 1 dip and 2. So far this was like 4 dips on this side. We're gonna do this side as well. I'm just gonna do it, put it on my face, and then I'm gonna go back into my sponge on this side. Okay, so the second coverage is definitely building up. It's definitely building up. Okay, so that's the sponge side. Definitely more of a, you know, better coverage. We're gonna go on this side now. Yeah, I don't like how it's leaving, you know, the streaks of my brushes there. And I use this brush all the time with foundation and it never does that. I mean, it does it with certain foundations. I really don't like that. Okay, so I did the second layer. Definitely more coverage. I personally wouldn't say this foundation is full coverage, but it is a nice medium coverage. Medium to full, but it's not a full coverage. It is just oxidizing like the tiniest bit, but nothing crazy because it still matches well with my neck. Also, it's dry. It's definitely dry. Maybe if I could, so let's see. You guys see like this dry spot on my nose, and then it's like dry right here, like almost patchy. It's like clinging onto where my like areas where I'm like mostly dry. I do recommend, if you do have dry skin, to make sure that you prep your skin very well. So for me, I probably would go in with a more hydrating foundation, like primer. Like I can use my daily moisturizer, but in my defense, I would use my Neutrogena hydro gel, water gel, whatever. I forget what it's called. Use that, spray my face, and then go in and just use the damp beauty sponge, because the brush, definitely the brush side is where it left more of that like dry patchiness. So I'm gonna go over it with my sponge and see how well it blends it out. Yeah, so that made a difference. Okay, so that's way better. Going in with the sponge, because now like it's not as like patchy, you see. So yeah, if you have dry skin, go in with that. Now that we have the foundation on, I want to see how it performs underneath my other products. So I'm gonna go in with my products that I use like every day with my other foundations that I love, just to give it a fair chance. I do have new concealers and powders that I want to try out, but I don't want to use it just in case it doesn't work well with the foundation. I want to see how well this foundation works with the products that I know for sure that I love. So for concealer, I'm gonna go in with my LA Girl Pro Concealer Pro Concealer in medium beige. Now you guys know I love this. If you follow me already, I'm just gonna go in with this underneath my eyes. Then for a cream bronzer kind of contouring situation, I'm gonna go in with my L'Oreal foundation stick and honey. So I'm gonna go around the perimeters of my face and my cheekbone. I always blend out my cream contour with my Morphe M437, so I'm gonna do that and see how it works on top of the foundation. That blended nicely. That blended really nicely. I wish you guys can feel like what I'm feeling. It's like super soft. Like I'm not putting no pressure to my brush. I'm just lightly blending it out and it's doing the job. I don't feel like the foundation is kind of like tugging, if that makes any sense. And before I do my nose, I'm gonna blend out my concealer first. I should have said this before putting on my concealer and my cream contour, but the foundation does feel tight and it feels like I have makeup on, which isn't like a bad thing, but hopefully it changes once I set my face. So right here on the sides of my lips is looking a little bit more dry, and I don't know if it's because I didn't put chapstick on, but like it looks weird. It looks a little weird. So now that I have my concealer and my cream contour on, my face looks less dry in the areas where it was dry. I mean, it's still a little bit patchy, so where like my nose and like right here between my brows. And yeah, it does look a little cakey, but it's not like cakey in a bad way. It just looks like I have foundation on underneath a little bit, but like on camera it looks freaking amazing. I'm not even gonna lie. Usually when a foundation is a little bit more tight on my skin, I always spray it with like setting spray before I move in with my powder. So I'm gonna do that. And this is the L'Oreal Infallible setting powder. And I'm just gonna go in and just blend that into my face. Okay, so since I set it with the setting spray, it looks so much better. I'm not even gonna lie. So yeah, I mean, we live and we learn. So I know that I'm not going to use this foundation with a brush. And I'm definitely gonna, you know, really hydrate. Make sure I hydrate the shit out of my face beforehand. And yeah. So for setting underneath my eyes, I'm going to be using my Black Radiance Banana Powder Damp Sponge. And really press that into my skin. And even though I said I have dry skin, I still set my eyes, my under eye. So in the center, like right here on my forehead, I added like the rest, whatever's left, and just blend that here. So I'm gonna just bronze my face just a little bit. Wow, I was gonna go like this. There's no mirror. So my bronzer is on. It went on perfectly. I'm liking it. I'm liking this look, guys. I'm liking it. Matches me. This foundation matches me so well that I didn't even have to like do too much bronzer and stuff. It just looks so nice and natural. I like that. I really, really like that. Hey, Black Radiance. Okay. Put some blush on. That went on like a beauty. I love how my face looks. It looks so like airbrush. Look at the sun trying to come out. I see you. I see you. You farted?
No.
You farted, you know, nasty. You guys know I love blush. So now that I have my blush and stuff, I'm gonna set my face before I go on with highlighter. You guys know I go ham. Definitely needed that. No. Look at you guys. Look. Where my spray went, it like picked up. What did you, hold on. Oh my god. So when I sprayed my face, it kind of left like little residue and my makeup kind of like absorbed it and it just made it like a little mark, which never happens, never. So I just had to take my sponge and kind of like press it in and it went away. But oh my god, I thought I was gonna mess it up. And now that I said it, it feels so much better. When you have a foundation that's more on like the drier side, I do recommend to bring out that glow when you have dry skin, because then you're gonna look flat, matte, and boring. And you guys know I like a nice glow. Okay, so I'm just gonna finish up my eyes and I'll be right back and tell you guys my final thought. Okay, so I'm back. I did a natural eye. I just put like one color into my crease, highlighter in the inner corners, then my brows and my lips. Everything that I used on my face will be linked down below, or will be below, not linked, but it will be down below. So overall, going back to the foundation, the Black Radiance Color Perfect Liquid Makeup. And like I mentioned, my color is Butterscotch, which is the lightest shade in the collection. I love how this foundation is made for women of color because there's not that many brands that actually give you ranges that are dark enough. And my mom has beautiful chocolate skin. She finds it a little bit weird that my foundations that I have that are so dark tend to run like kind of ashy or too red or too yellow, or it's just a lot that I have to mix and match foundations so that it's perfect for her. This looks like it will be a great option for her to pick up this foundation because it has a great range where it's not going to be too red, too ashy, And yeah, so like I said, mine is the lightest color. Overall, if I rate this foundation between a 1 and a 10, I will have to say I will have to give this a 8.5. So the first reason is this foundation is pretty dry. If you have dry skin, they do mention on the website this is great to normal to combination skin. So if you have dry skin, you're not in that category. You're not. And you would definitely have to make sure that you are well hydrated. So in my defense, I should have put my hydrating serum. Since I knew I was doing this video, I should have put that on when I washed my face this morning, but I didn't. I just was like, didn't know it was gonna be that dry. So I should have put my hydrating serum on and go in with my moisturizer that's gonna hydrate my skin even more to prep for this foundation because it's pretty dry. The second reason why I rated it at 8.5, when I put the foundation on the first layer, it was nice, medium, light to medium coverage. When I built it up the second time, it still wasn't giving me that full coverage that they claim to have. It was definitely a medium coverage. Now, that being said, should I went in with a third layer? Yes, I could have tried, but honestly when I'm doing my makeup, I don't go in with a third layer of foundation most of the time. I'm going in with the first layer and possibly sometimes a second layer. That's why I rated it, but overall the color matched perfectly. It matched me so well that I was shook. I was like, oh my god, this matches me so perfect with my neck that it's kind of unbelievable. Certain foundations are like a tad bit lighter or darker, and then I definitely have to like highlight my face or contour the shit out of it, but this foundation is so pretty. And as far as the finish goes, even though it is like, it feels more drying, it does have like that natural finish where it doesn't look completely matte, but it's not giving you dewy. And I like that because it kind of mimics what your skin is. It blended very nicely with the other products that I put on top of my face. And even though like the first time when I was like, I do this facial expression every time I'm doing a foundation review. I go like this to see how tight my face feels with the foundation. When I put it on and I was like, ooh, it feels a little tight. I put my highlighter, contour, and it kind of still felt a little tight. And then once I set it with the L'Oreal Infallible Setting Spray, it brought hydration back to my face, and when I went like this, it didn't feel as tight. So I do recommend, if you have drier skin, kind of set your foundation after, so that when you're blending your creams and stuff on it, it's like melting right in. Even though it wasn't like struggling for me to blend anything, it just felt a little bit tight. So that's what I recommend. I do like this foundation. I'm gonna try it more and more with different techniques. But number one, I would definitely say is use it with a sponge. It didn't pick up that much product. I'm looking at my sponge. It didn't pick up that much. So it kept that, medium coverage on. Yeah, I honestly think that this would be perfect. If I tweak it around, I might even give it a 9. I might even give it, or 9.5. Yeah, final thoughts down below. But as of right now, my first impressions, I'm giving it an 8.5, which isn't a bad thing. Like, I really love it. Like, I honestly do like it. I'm definitely going to use it again. And yeah, and super affordable. Did I say I paid $5.50 for this? So yeah, I would definitely recommend, if you are my skin tone and darker, to pick this foundation up and try. It's inexpensive. It's affordable. You can pick this up at Target if you need to pick up your essential stuff. Just pick it up while you're there so you don't have to do a double trip. So I don't have anything else to say, but I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.